Okay, by this time you would have guessed what I do. And I think I should show you some photographs also. I did show that. I'll do that. Uh, from now onwards, I'll show you photographs of these people because some of you all would not know these people. So that will also be one more thing. So Dr. Shrikant, I believe in Dr. Shrikant, Dr. Parimal sir, all of you all, each of you all. Some of you all, my teachers are also here, right? My son who is helping me with this, and Shanti ma'am, immediately after the class she sends the recording, and then Rahulji and Sandeepji, they upload it. Abhishek Biani missed my last class and he was very clear. He said, sir, batao kidhar hai, right? And then right, we could do it because students want to learn and we can't disappoint them. So I thank this entire team, Shanti Miss, Sandeepji, Rahulji, for helping me with that YouTube Menon Mantras. Today there was a proposal to form a WhatsApp group. I'm completely okay with that. Only thing is, don't make me do that. I'll be a part of it. I'll give you my responses, but don't make me add and all that. I think Prerit and other kids had some idea. You all can work out. And today's expert faculty, not today, today and Wednesday, my own brother. We are not blood brothers, but I call him brother out of respect. Right? CA Harish is an investment guru and market analyst. Right? If anybody wants to know what he has done, please go and see his YouTube videos. Free of cost, this young man does it, and amazing, absolutely amazing. If you thought Anil Menon was good, I think you should check out Harish Menon, is what I say. Younger to me, but great guy, absolutely great guy, down to earth. He predicted certain things which is mind-boggling. Fidelity collapse, he predicted. Now, today again, sir is coming in, but I'm not sure I'll give it to him today because I will not say, sir, 10 minutes to finish karo. If Harish sir comes, he should get half an hour at least with this lovely audience. Okay, so he will give you some predictions also. Thank you, Harish sir. Thank you, Shanti Miss. Thank you, my wife, and of course, Sri Krishna. And Sandeepji, Rahulji, they are not there, but they help me with these YouTube videos. My sponsor, I respect this family a lot. My first sponsor, Vismay, doing very well, not in terms of sales, but social capital. So from now onwards, what I will do is I will talk about these people. So I will get their photographs. I'll talk about their family and their employees from next class onwards. I invite sponsorships from all of you all. I'm not asking for much. If you're already donated also, please send me that receipt and please be my sponsor. 10,000 rupees donation to Hunger Collective, and then you can be a sponsor. No compulsion, right? If you can, I'll be obliged. And if you've already done it, please let me know. I want you to be my sponsor. That's the least I can do for you all. George sir has donated a lot. He doesn't like me saying the figure, so I think he's there. Second is Sunanda. This kid is extremely good from Mumbai. Waterproofing solutions, word of mouth. Wonderful. Very sorry to say this. Very rarely you see Maharashtrians becoming businessmen, but he's extremely successful. Manjarekar family, right? And very good in external waterproofing solutions. Speedo, my kids, the Pai brothers, with their dad, extremely good in communications. They have got some amazing products, right? Which I would suggest you should talk to, especially in today's world, right? If you want data connectivity, if you want security, just have a look, go to their website, Speedo Communications, again, one of the sponsors for the collective hunger. I don't need money, but I want people to be fed. Nobody should die of hunger, that is all. Thanks to all of you all, we have collected around 23 lakhs if you go to Hunger Collective. It started 1.5 months back. I thank all of you all. 23 lakhs, but I'm still selfish. I'm going for 25. At 25, I'll say 30. Because till this problem is solved, I'm going to keep giving free lectures, okay? And all those who got their interest rates reduced, you have got this duty of donating to Hunger Collective. That's all I've been requesting you all. Please do it. Please save lives. There are pregnant ladies whom these rascals have abandoned, right? Just because the contractors, the XYZ company appointed a contractor, then the work got stopped. So they said sorry to the contractor. Contractor abandoned these ladies, Tamilians from interior of Tamil Nadu, including pregnant ladies used for, okay, the name is Adani. So Adani had stopped work with the contractor. Contractor abandoned these ladies and they were in RA, that's India. And they were pregnant ladies, and Rajshri Sai from Hunger Collective helped them. You helped them. Each one of you all helped them, right? And then in a train arranged for transport back to Tamil Nadu. Never fail humanity. That's what I keep saying. Okay, never fail humanity. Last time's great lecture, beautiful lecture. Rohan Hegde rocking. This was the main thing. I think this, I thought I should say again, in case some of you all have missed the lecture. This was the main thing there. I really like this lecture because two things. He didn't talk about hospitality alone. He talked about all in all, he's a chartered accountant. So please take a screenshot of this. I was given a wonderful suggestion. I was given a wonderful suggestion by Neeraj that I should have watermarks on my slides. We tried that, but it was disturbing the alignment. So we said we'll leave it for now. Okay. So you can take screenshots. Right. Absolutely no problem. Right. Lovely statement. What you cannot cure, you have to endure. I am sure all of you saw my typing skills, right? How fast I was typing when he was speaking. So when Harish sir starts speaking, you will see how I'll make notes in the chat box. So you can listen to the speaker and see by chat. I'm very good in typing for a simple reason. I've been doing it for some time now. So I enjoyed typing those days. So here I cracked one joke. What you cannot cure, you have to endure. If you see the chat box, I did speak about marriage also. Please don't take it in the wrong sense. I'm saying this because my wife is sitting there. Everybody is happily married. Once she goes inside, I'll again say that this is marriage. As of now, I'll say I'm happily married. Okay. Never waste a crisis. Jokes apart, never waste a crisis. This is your time. Please, students, entrepreneurs, intrapreneurs, right? Ek position ke liye 50 people are going to apply. I think it's your time to rethink where you want to go in life and what you can do. Never waste this crisis. Yes, Kani, thank you very much. Today's class starts. This is a complete disclaimer clause. Again, Krishna, this has been a main problem. I always forget. Reshu ji, a spelling mistake hai, disclaimer. I keep forgetting. I apologize again. I start this work only at 5:30 because I'm working now. I have to keep my kitchen fire going. So I rush back by 5:30. I start preparing the slides, and this is my mistake again, but I'll take care of it next time. I'm sorry. Okay, but I love taking these lectures, guys. Okay, I love taking these lectures. This is my kid. He got it reduced from 7.6 to 7.6 to 9.4, Mayan Kansal. But having said that, there is a better record today. Amit Shah. Amit Shah is my dear student. He's from Jamnagar. I love him. He got it reduced from the date of sanction, not from the date of application. So all of you all, there is somebody who has done better than Mayank Kansal also. My life's mission is fulfilled. Can you get it reduced from the date of sanction? Yes. Right. Amit Shah has done it. If you want Amit Shah's number, you can take it. He has already done it with the bank. So, right. I was saying from the date of application. He went and did it from the date of sanction. I can only say, love you, bete. Nothing else. This was a credit card class, which I believe some of you all missed. I think most of you all were there. Abhi and all are there for all classes. I got this wonderful WhatsApp and this made my day. So don't apply for moratorium. I'm trying to help one more colleague personally. I think she herself this week will come back saying, sir, thank you. I'll put that also. I'd not like to name that person, but anybody in trouble, just reach out. I like helping you all. So Akshat Goel got this done again after yesterday's lecture. That's the purpose of these classes, to help you all. Okay, and this is the sad statistic that I told you all, and this is the unfortunate statistic. The lockdown has opened, and I really don't know what was the purpose of the lockdown. I really don't know. Has it solved anything? I don't know, because the cases have only gone up. But then it's very clear that, as Anand Mahindra says, economy is the defense against COVID. You can't keep it shut down. So I am not going to talk on this, right? Has been lockdown be a success or no? Neither me or Harish sir will speak on it. Dr. Vinod also will not speak on it. We leave it to you all. Okay, one of the best states which have done it reasonably well is Kerala. Maharashtra, I always tell students, don't ask me how is Maharashtra. I am out for work, right? I don't know, right? So as the lockdown served its purpose, you can look at the stats. Graphs, as Harish sir says, graphs, number, data will give you the answer. You can see, has it worked? I have no answer. Data dekh lijiye. Yeah, maybe we use this time for preparing ourselves. Okay, uska bhi mujhe pata nahi. Number of hospital beds, I have no idea. You can do your own research. Joke. The session starts. So that was a recap. So the joke, which I got on WhatsApp, that this cartoonish character is telling that, please change my first name. So he shares the first name of Donald. So he's saying, please change my first name, right? I don't know, but we have somebody who does not care for human lives, but I don't know if he's right or wrong, because again, that's a paradox, right? He's battling for economy. Is that good? Or is he battling for being a leader is a very tricky situation. So that's why I immediately gave you a counter argument also, because some people are criticizing Modi, you enforced a lockdown, But there are some people who are criticizing Trump for not enforcing a lockdown. I don't know who is right. And anyway, I'm too small to comment on this. So please take it as a joke. We talked about this. This is why I'm repeating my favorite 2 slides. India is right there. Right? I think we should definitely go by market exchange rate. My personal opinion is you should go by market exchange rate. And the government has said that we will reach 5 trillion very soon. So you can see the rate, what is the target to achieve. So we are here and we need to jump till here. Can we do it? Maybe yes. But that's a big jump. Maybe yes. Maybe the crisis will help us become more entrepreneurs. Such encouraging words from the Guru himself that, you know, at a younger age, I wanted Vinod sir to speak and I promise he will speak. Okay, he will also give a lot of encouraging words. I've seen him speak, you know, amazing person. Right. So if you youngsters can become entrepreneurs and if the government can support, as Ganesh said, by venture capitals, funding, etc., then maybe we can, what 5? We can go beyond 5 also. But as of now, this looks like a big jump. If you go by MER, don't go by PPP. It's not fair. Okay. By PPP, we already achieved that. Okay. So let's go with MER. Okay. Let's not play the game of camouflaging data. Excuse me. This is the past. Numbers tell the story. So this is the past at which we have grown. I've picked up this slide. I think all of you will love when I show you such slides. And you can see the rate at which we have grown. This was a year of very good growth, right? This is from the Statistical Organization Government of India website. This was a area of very good growth, 10%. And then we had some good rates here. Maybe something good here because of liberalization. Last numbers, I don't want to comment. If you go at this rate, 5 trillion is a pipe dream. Hello, I'm giving you numbers. I am not anti-BJP, I'm giving you numbers. So let's not get into an argument of a buck argument in my class. Right, here it is. There was a BOP crisis, balance of, we are going to discuss that today. When I say we, it means me and my brother sitting right there. Right, Indo-Pakistan war. And every time we didn't get that joke last time. You have to give it to me, that UP ka. Later. So we had the Indo-Pakistan war, right? That was the shock, oil shock. This was a period of good growth. Liberalization happened somewhere here. So this is where we got something good. This was the period where we unleashed ourselves, the dream budget. Somewhere here also we did well. There was a term that was used, sir, which was called as Hindu rate of growth. So the rate at which Hindus used to multiply their families. I'm not kidding. Right? That was called as Hindu rate of growth. Okay. So Hindu rate of growth, if you keep growing, then 5 trillion, at least it will not happen in my lifetime. I'm sure about that. It will not happen in my lifetime. Government has to unleash reforms. They have done it. And I'm going to come and talk about agripreneurs, exports in the future classes. I promise. Just keep coming. I'll keep getting these guys to come and speak to you. Okay. So these numbers show that this could be a pipe dream. These numbers show that this could be a pipe dream. No arguments. We need more reforms. We need more reforms. Government is acting on it. And we need more entrepreneurs. We need people who can take risk. We need a society which encourages people to fail. We need parents who tell their son, okay, go try. Even if you fail, come back. Not that when they get good marks, say, go and take a good job, government job. We need parents like that also. We need a society which does not celebrate the failures of others. We need a society who celebrates the success of others. We need a society which funds others. So what the respected gentleman said in his own baritone tone was, US is a country which has done well, not because they are intelligent, because the system is such that it is foolproof. There is a system where they are funding people. So you and I, we go there and they fund us. And then what? We become multi-billionaires, that country progresses, which is why possibly Donald Trump, people don't like him because he's trying to stop that. Okay, but he's playing his politics of make America great again. India needs entrepreneurs. Okay, wonderful slide. All of you are enjoying it. I know that. That's why I do all this work from you all. So now you can look at it, right? Different projections, different rate. We call this as sensitivity analysis. Okay, I'm sure Harish sir is enjoying this, right? Harish sir, can you come on and give me a thumbs up, sir? Because these slides are done specially for you, because you like numbers and I knew you were there, part of the audience. So please understand different scenarios. Thank you, sir. There he is, right? Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Salute. So these numbers, bete, all of you all should note numbers. See the numbers. So what we have done here is, right, and with professionals like you all, you should understand different scenarios. What do you grow at? 5 trillion is a pipe dream unless we unleash very high reforms, right? Yes, now you will ask me, what is this real growth, inflation, nominal growth? I'll tell you that. That's the point. That's where today's class starts. Please understand, real means nominal minus inflation. Nominal, so here is the theory. So real means what? Hey, you know what, Prerit, I'm getting 7% rate on my FD. Prerit is laughing at me and saying, Menon sir, that is the nominal rate. Inflation is 5%. So actually you are getting only 2%. So what is this inflation? What is real and nominal rate? Understand the theory. The theory is very simple. Nominal rate is the rate that you actually get. So today I'm going and depositing 100 rupees in the bank. Get all the concepts clearer today, because then next time the practitioner speaks, you will understand. You go and put 100 rupees in the bank and the bank gives me 7% rate of interest. Today I could have purchased this shirt at 100 rupees, but I don't. I go and put it in the bank. And after 1 year, I get 107 rupees, 7%. Now I go to buy the shirt costs 105 rupees. So actually what is my net gain? My net gain is 2 rupees. So what is real rate? Simple, yeah, life is simple. Real rate is nominal rate minus inflation. So what is inflation? Inflation is increase in prices. Now can I ask a theory question here? I love you all. Can I ask a theory question here? Very soon I want, I don't know this person, so I like to ask this person. Vardhan Jain, can you just unmute yourself and tell me if the nominal rate is 7% and inflation, can you have negative real rates? Come on, son, quickly. Vardhan Jain, can you have negative, right?
Yes, sir, we can have the negative
How?
real rate.
Very good, bete. How?
Sir, if the inflation rate is higher than
Love you, bache. Love you very much. God bless you. Thank you. If the inflation is more than the nominal rate, you will have negative real rates. Thank you very much. That is why people say, right, why are you saving? Don't save. I'm missing one kid. I wanted her to come. She's an artist, but she's missed today's class. I've been telling her to come to the class. But anyway, right, please understand, right, thank you, Vardhan. God bless you. You can have negative real rates, especially when there is high inflation. So what is inflation? Inflation is rise in prices. Whom does inflation hurt? Inflation hurts the common man. So somebody who was able to run his house at 20,000 rupees, or Gani will take dollars, today comes back saying, I can't run my house at 20,000 rupees because the prices have gone up. That's inflation for you. Inflation hurts the common man the most. So what are the two measures of inflation? Love you all. So again, I repeat, inflation hurts the common man the most, but some amount of inflation is necessary, which I will talk about later. Some amount of inflation is necessary, but normally inflation hurts. So how do you measure this? ये सब complicate करते हैं यार ये लोग. ये क्या ये P and all that. I put this formula because I took it from the standard MBA textbook. Bullshit. I'll show you the actual calculation. Here it is. अभी ये सब nonsense है ये लोग ये formula base है. खत्म. I don't understand this formula base. You are at 175. Now you have moved to 187. What is the rate of growth? अभी ये उसको P and T minus 1 and all that nonsense. क्या है यार? You are at 100. You have moved to 105. So 105 minus 100 divided by 100. 5% growth. वही है ये. Simple. अभी इसको इतना फॉर्मूला करके बच्चों को कंफ्यूज करते हैं. Typical Indian attitude. क्या? Where were you? अच्छा, I was at 200. What is it now? 220. So 220 minus 200 divided by 200. Simple formula of inflation. Simple. How do you measure? Don't complicate life here. I picked it up from an MBA textbook, by the way. Right? This is the formula. Bullshit. Go by common sense here. It is the rate of growth. As simple as that. Two measures of inflation. Wholesale price index and pura concepts there are, bache. Right? Wholesale price index and consumer price index. Wholesale price index measures at the wholesale level. CPI measures is the cost of living. So Gani, we had a joke here. I think you are cut out of India for some time, where the government of India is to come back and say, only 5% inflation, only 5% inflation. And the housewife is to look back and tell her husband, what is the government saying? Government is saying only 5% inflation. And the housewife is saying, what nonsense here? I go out to buy vegetables, I see at least a 15% increase in prices. Because those days, you had an agriculture minister who was stoking inflation. I will not give you hints. Who is he? We all know who is he. Half of Lonawala is this gentleman's, and now he is making even more money. God bless him. Right? Lovely, yeah. I think he'll take all this wealth when he goes up. Whenever he expires, he'll take all this wealth. Okay, God bless him. So he was the guy who was stoking inflation. Okay, so he used to come and say, I think there's a milk shortage. Next year, milk prices will go up. I'm not naming anybody, right? But that's what was happening in our country. So please understand. And then they used to come back and say, you pay 2. Bas uske aage nahi bolunga. Some of you are laughing, right? You pay 2. Only 5% inflation. What 5% inflation? That was WPI. And what really hurts us is CPI, cost of living. Both are right. But what should you measure? CPI or WPI? Leave it to the audience. Government is saying 5%, bluffing. You should measure CPI, and CPI was in double digits. So WPI takes into account only the wholesale market. Excuse me, I don't buy anything in the wholesale market. I don't know about you all. I'm a poor guy, I buy consumer. So for me, CPI matters, not WPI. Sorry, pun intended. And by the way, don't write any politician's name in the chat. I'm going out for work nowadays. I don't want trouble, okay? So we all know whom I refer to. Please understand, right? I don't buy things at the wholesale level. Yeah, this is important for the government, no doubt. But what matters is this. Achha, so what does it consist of? Food articles, fuel and power, manufactured. Please note there is something which is called as core inflation also. Core inflation लिख लो, बेटे मैं slide ने बनाया. Core inflation is excluding food and fuel. Core inflation is excluding food and fuel. Okay, but I think WPI is good, but what really, okay, this was that bullshit calculation. I don't understand how they confuse people. 187 minus 175. Look at me, yaar. I'm an engineer, but I love these subjects. Logical, yaar. Okay, and then they'll come with a formula, right? Confusing kids. So this is done, right? Ah, we got this number 6.48. Wow. Okay, right. Sorry for the sarcasm. So what do you want to measure? WPI or CPI? Ma'am, unmute somebody. Annie George has not come, unfortunately. I wanted Annie to come in. I want people who don't have a finance background to come into my courses. Yeah, Shankar Shetty. Arey, Baba, Shankar sir is a respected chartered accountant. He's there. Shankar sir, please bless my students. Shankar sir? Ma'am, please unmute Shankar sir. If I remember.
Yeah, I have already unmuted him.
Shankar sir, if I remember correctly, Shankar sir is a very senior chartered accountant. Shankar sir?
He has to unmute there.
No, I think sir doesn't want to unmute, but he's a very respected person. C.A. Shankar Shetty. Okay, ma'am, somebody else? Shankar sir, now.
There is Mr. Nitin.
Ma'am, let Shankar Shetty sir remain in case he wants to say something. Shankar sir? Ma'am, there's some technical disturbance. Next person, ma'am, we have a shortage of time. Somebody else, ma'am. Shankar sir, namaste. Yeah. Nitin, अरे नितिन मेरा बच्चा बोल रहे
कैसे गुड सर हाउ आर यू
मजे में लव यू बच्चे कितने सालों के बाद बहुत जल्दी
यस सर सीपीआई सर
thank you very much. He has an hospitality and he is a builder. My Nitin Chuk, my kid, is a builder and he is into hospitality also. And absolutely, last project when I had gone 5-7 years back was Panvel. I'm sure he has expanded much more than that. So the answer is CPI.
Yes, sir.
Answer is
Thank
CPI.
You.
Thanks, Nitin. Love you, bache. Right? I never knew you
Love
are
you,
also connected. So it's
Always,
very clear.
sir.
It is CPI. Thank you. That's it. So you can form your own index. I think all of you all should form your own index. I'm a vegetarian. So for me, increase in non-veg price does not affect, but maybe some of you all are pure non-vegetarians, as they say it in Kerala. I say I'm a pure vegetarian. In Kerala it says I'm a pure non-vegetarian. I got this new term from them. So then your basket of commodities should include non-veg items. Form your own index. Simple. Form your own index. As simple as that. CPI is better, as my Nitin, my kid said, much better than WPI, no doubt. Yep. So you can keep publishing it. And there is a game that is being played. I don't want to get into it. And RBI is trying to always block, reduce inflation because inflation hurts the common man. But that was earlier. Now with COVID, everything has collapsed. With COVID, everything has collapsed. So RBI had a target. It was the 5% target, where RBI used to say we will target 5% inflation because anything over and above that will hurt the common man. But now, so better, demand has collapsed. There is a special session coming on stimulus where I'm going to call my other brother, Nimesh Rathod, again, a fellow economist. He's coming. All of you will be happy. I'll get everybody for you, Betek. They are all one phone call away. This great man today, Harish sir, has just come because he has love for all of you all. So today it's all down, completely down because COVID has attacked. This is the CPI numbers. I hope you're enjoying this session. I've never taught economics to any of my students, but right, you had better people like Nimesh Rathod, so I didn't want to get in there. Nimesh Rathod, sir, but thank you for giving me an opportunity. Here it is. But this is completely out of place now because demand has completely collapsed and some amount of inflation is necessary. Can we have a discussion on that? Why do we need some amount of inflation? Because otherwise it will lead to what is called as deflation. So I have not prepared any slide on that. Japan is going through what is called as deflation. So deflation is continuous decrease in prices. Please make your notes. Some amount of inflation is necessary because otherwise what will happen is if there is deflation, what will clearly happen is prices will come down. We will have what is called as the spiraling effect. Everybody will postpone their consumption. Everybody will postpone their consumption. So let's say it is deflation, decrease in prices. All of you will say good because we are typically Indians, no? But it is very bad, bete. So I'm going to buy something. Let's say this glass. And moment I'm about to buy it at 100 rupees, Harish sir comes to me and says, "Arey Anil, don't buy it at 100. It will come to 95." You can see the trend, no? The prices have been decreasing. So then I pull back because the prices are decreasing. Moment I pull back, there is less demand. Price falls from 100 to 95. Less demand. So I pull back. Now, moment I go to buy at 95, Harish sir again comes back and says, "Wait, Ray, it will come to 92. I told you, na." Again I pull back. This is called as spiraling effect. So from 100, if you have to reduce it to 95 to 92, please understand people will lose jobs. Companies will cut costs. Otherwise they can't. No? Japan is battling what is called as deflation. So please note, some amount of inflation is necessary. In India, the target they have set is 5%. The target that they have set is 5%. So 5% is the target that they have set, right? Is they set for inflation. And this is a country which is going through a very, very bad patch, which is called as hyperinflation. So we talked about one, inflation. Then we talked about deflation, which is decrease in prices. This is a country which unfortunately is going through a very, very bad patch. Yes, we all know Venezuela, but my son helped me get this video. And it's a very shocking video, how a country, and by the way, this was one of the, as Parimal sir says, this was one of the richest countries in the world once upon a time. And Parimal sir says that, you know, it's a leadership which matters. Today, this country is going through trouble. The trouble is hyperinflation. Shanti ma'am, I'm switching on the video. In case you can't hear it, please let me know. I'm just starting now.
It's a crisis politicians around the world argue about, but one that is felt by ordinary people. So let's leave behind presidents, parliaments, and take you to the supermarket shelves. We've been speaking to Alvaro. He's been speaking to Shauna here on our Cube team. He lives in Venezuela, and he sent us a message on Twitter. It's a shopping effect, showing us the items on the shelf. This is milk powder. Now, if you want to buy that in Venezuela, you'd be paying 19,995 bolivar. That is the currency there. We'll say you wanted some vinegar, a household item many of us use. Look at the cost here, 8,723. This is what hyperinflation looks like. Let's move along a little bit. Take you to maybe a supermarket shelf that has sea salt on it. Want some sea salt? 2,635 bolivar. Rice. We all, many of us use rice, don't think much of it. If you want that in Venezuela, 3,520 bolivar. These numbers really hard to put into context. So let me try by comparing it to the US dollar. These are two items that Alvaro actually purchased. One was an onion. It cost him 864 bolivar. That is roughly 26 US cents. Then we have some bananas, 3 bananas, over 2,000 bolivar, only 64 cents in US dollars. Now, when converting his salary, he's a university professor. He earns $11, just over $11 every single month. When you think the cost of these basic items is nearing $1 each one, you can see how these basic items start biting into people's earnings. I want to just introduce you to someone else as well, Inti. He lives in Venezuela, has an 8-year-old child, speaking to us again in the Cube. And in a Twitter thread, he described how for ordinary Venezuelans, this is a struggle to get by. He goes on to say that saving is non-existent when people get money because the situation is so precarious with the value of the currency. The first thing they do is go and spend it, not on goods, but on food, because they do not know how much that money will be able to buy them. This is the situation. Inti goes on to say that for his child growing up, this has kind of been the norm, but his child telling him that when they're president of Venezuela, they're going to reduce the prices so people can afford basic goods. And this is the human reality. Inti as well, telling us that the most vulnerable, particularly the elderly, many of whom have had family members leave Venezuela, we've of course seen the migration crisis, people leaving the country, are left on their own to try and manage a system that is increasingly complex, hyperinflation out of control, and supermarket shelves that you saw there, that's confusing for us with calculators, conversion rates. If that's your day-to-day life and you're trying to navigate through this mess, you can imagine how complicated it is. This is the human cost of Venezuela's economic crisis.
Excuse me, this was one of the richest countries once upon a time. Right? Leadership matters is all I keep saying. Leadership matters. Leadership counts today. This country, they also tried demonetization. Shantibis, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So they also tried demonetization, but they pulled it back. I love this gentleman. He saved India from the subprime crisis, right? And he really held on, and they always used to say, he's the RBI governor, Mr. Y.V. Reddy. And they said that, wonderful statement by Stiglitz, when he said, Joseph Stiglitz, the Nobel Prize winner, the economist, said that if Y.V. Reddy would have been the Federal Reserve Chief of United States, that US would not have seen the subprime crisis. So that was an absolute tribute to this gentleman, Y.V. Reddy. There is a big battle between RBI and government, which none of us will speak about, but it is very clear that the Reserve Bank is supposed to be independent of the government, but I'm not sure that is happening today. Mr. Rajan was asked to go, that is a news, because he didn't agree for demonetization. Demonetization was very good in its intention, but as we all know, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. The road to hell is paved with noble intentions. Then they got somebody who would agree to demonetization. We all know whom I'm talking about. So Mr. Patel comes in. He agrees to demonetization. RBI becomes a laughing stock because every second day there is an RBI circular on demonetization. They print 2,000 rupee notes to curb corruption. Now it's very easy for me to bribe anybody because I can carry 2,000 rupee notes very easily. Earlier it was difficult with 500 and 1,000 rupee notes. So I don't know why the government did it, but love the government. They have their own wisdom. Then again, this gentleman also resigned because suddenly the government realized that RBI is holding too much of reserves. So RBI governor said, boss, that is for the rainy day. Hello, rainy day, COVID, right? But the government said, forget it. You are holding too much of money. Give it to us. Our man also resigned. Then they got a finance secretary to come in and then handed over that extra reserves to the government of India. Extra in quotes. Okay. If that money would have been there, son, the stimulus package would have been better. But I'm not discussing that because some of us will not like it because you don't understand economics. You only understand something else that is given to us. So reserves are what my mother has taught me is for the rainy day. So RBI had that reserve. So some of you all will argue and don't do it in my platform. That was it excess or less. The fact remains that it was there. They made Mr. Acharya also quit. He made a public statement. RBI governor also made a public statement. They quit. They got a new guy. They took the reserves and very good. They gave a lot of tax concessions, right? Good for the country. But now there is a rainy day and all of us are waiting for the stimulus package. And all of us know beggars can't give any more money. You can't go to a beggar and say, give me alms. Beggar is asking for you. So government does not have the money. So all of you all who are now looking back and saying government did not do anything, you should not have supported when the government took money from Reserve Bank of India's reserves. I don't understand this, right? So we made fun of people, right? You should not have supported that. Many of you all said, good, good, good. That reserves is extra money. So now leave with it. There is no money with the government. And as Rogan Hegde wonderfully said, Do business, don't cry over spoiled milk. But I hope you're getting the theoretical framework why the government is not able to do anything. Love you all. Monetary policy, Reserve Bank of India, I will not like to go into it. I will now step back and I give it to my brother, Harish Menon sir, because I will, as I promised, I will take my half an hour, and my half an hour is done. My brother Harish Menon will take over the practical parts. As we said, excuse me, I find one or two of you all quitting at this stage, because please don't come here to listen to me alone. Please remember there are experts who are better than me. I'm calling these people because they are better than me. So please hang on. Last time I made a mistake. I said he's going to talk only on hospitality. I was wrong. Rohan was talking about everything. So some of you all quit. Don't do that, bete. So when we get experts, they'll speak on everything. They'll give you a practical aspect. I love it that you like me so much, but please also listen half an hour to the experts also. Over to